Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to talk about my spending habits. There is currently a trend going on here on YouTube where a lot of people are just getting on and talking about what they spend in a week, where they spend it. And I find it very, very fascinating. I follow a lot of different YouTubers of varying size, as well as who live in, a lot of different locations, not just here in the United States, but also internationally. And I find it so interesting. I mean, the cost of living in all of these different places is so radically different that I think it kind of colors what and how much gets spent. And yet I can't stop watching these videos. They're so interesting to me. So I thought, you know what, maybe I'll get on and talk about what I spend in a week. For those of you who don't know, I live in the Carolinas and I feel like the cost of living here is pretty average, right? It's not like New York or San Francisco, which is extremely expensive, but it's also not the most cost-effective place to live either. So I feel like it's pretty much middle of the road, and if I'm wrong, I apologize. But yeah, so I'm going to talk about what I spend. I'm going to try very hard not to necessarily talk about what my husband spends. That's kind of one of the differences between my video and some of the others, is that a lot of the YouTubers out there are a lot younger. So I'm in my late 30s, whereas a lot of them are single and in their 20s, right? So it's a lot easier for them to track what they spend and where they spend it and things like that. So I'm going to try very hard when I can to just have it be my spending, unless I've gone out to dinner with my family, in which case, obviously, I'm not going to try to, hash it out. But I also want to apologize. My bangs are entirely too long and I can't quit messing with them. So I know for some people that's super distracting and I apologize. I really need to do something here. All right, so let's start with Monday. And Monday, I did good. I didn't spend anything on Monday. Oh, I'm also not going to talk about like my bills, right? No one cares what I pay for my mortgage. Nobody cares what I pay for like my electricity. We're just going to talk about extra spending. So Monday I didn't spend anything, which is awesome. Tuesday, though, I was being lazy and I didn't want to pack a lunch to take to work, so I just ate there. I am lucky enough that where I work has an on-site cafeteria, so I was able to eat there, and that was $9.93. I'll be honest, I have no idea what I bought, but I feel like $10 is pretty reasonable, especially since I probably got one of the big, like, sparkling waters. I think that's a liter. Don't quote me on that, but it's not like the little one, and it's not like a gallon. It's, the big one, right? So that was Tuesday. Wednesday was mostly good. Looks like we stopped by the grocery store for $14.97. Probably picking up something to make for dinner because I probably forgot to pull something out of the freezer. I'm pretty bad about that here recently, especially. I do one big grocery shopping trip, and the meats and stuff like that I usually just keep in the freezer. But here recently I guess I'm like running a little bit more behind in the mornings or something, but I have been very bad about taking stuff out of the freezer to cook for dinner. So that was probably where this $15 is coming from. And then also on Thursday, I did spend $50.69 at Nothing Bundt Cakes. If you have that in your area, please, I beg you, check them out because they're amazing bundt cakes. But the reason that I spent almost $51 there is because I did my gender reveal at work. So I was getting 2 dozen of what they call buntinis, which are just these little like 2-bite bundt cakes. So there was that. But yeah, so that was a little bit higher in the spending department. Also, we had our Netflix membership come through, so that was $17. And then on Friday, we got lazy and we ordered pizza. Yeah, So that did happen. So that was $31.89. We had also gone to Best Buy over the weekend. So the way that my bank works is that they penned a lot of things together. So I don't remember kind of when some of these things occurred because they're all batched together over the weekend. So that's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. I remember Marco's Pizza was on Friday because that was just a night I didn't really want to cook. There had been a lot going on. So we ordered pizza. But then on Saturday, we went out just kind of running errands and doing some shopping. And I did pick up something for the twins' room. It is so stinking cute. It looks like a mason jar with fireflies in it. So it just sort of like intermittently sort of lights up just very softly. And it plays music, or it's a white sound machine, nightlight. It's just... it's so cute. And we'd gone in looking for some other stuff, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, gonna need that. So that, with tax and everything, was $42.89. We also on Saturday ended up going to dinner because my husband really enjoys going to dinner on Saturdays, and I don't ever say no because once the twins come, we're literally like never gonna leave the house. Like, it's hard enough going out to eat with a 2-year-old. A 2-year-old and 2 infants. I mean, we're not even gonna be able to get in the car, let alone actually get to a restaurant and try to eat dinner. So I am totally fine with us going out to eat on the weekends because I know that here before too long that's gonna be put on a hiatus for a very long time. So we went to one of our favorite restaurants here in the area that's super close to our house and spent $67 there. And then on Sunday, I did my big grocery store shop and spent $144.52. Again, that's for an entire week's worth of groceries for a family of 3. And I'll be very honest with you, once my son got to the age where he was eating solid food, I started buying almost everything organic that I could because I just got really like paranoid, especially because he loves fruit. So anything that I can get that's organic with the fruit just makes me personally feel better. So I do tend to spend a little bit more on the grocery experience than we used to when I apparently didn't care about pesticides. That's not really true, but so that is what we spent there. And then that evening we went out to dinner again. And this time we only spent $32.22. So that is what my week of spending looked like. I feel like now that I'm looking at it, this was probably a super boring video, but let's go ahead and let's see how much I spent. I probably should have done this to start with, so we'll go ahead and we'll pause here and then I'll come right back. All right, and we're back thanks to the magic of editing. That was only a moment. So kind of interesting when you read all of those different things individually. It doesn't seem like I spent all that much, but when you add it up, over that 7-day time period, we spent $421.19. And only 145 of that, being generous, was on like needed stuff like groceries. It's not the worst that I have seen by far, but it's still quite surprising, to be honest with you. I would have expected a smaller number than that. Huh, interesting. So yeah, if this is something that you kind of are interested in, I'd be happy to talk more about, spending habits that I have personally. I know we've talked a little bit about what my spending habits in the beauty related space are hopefully going to be looking like this year. But that was a little bit more eye-opening than I expected it to be. So certainly if you want to do any additional types of videos like this. Also, I know a lot of people had inserted clips of what they purchased at the grocery store. I Didn't do that because I didn't have any clips of what I purchased at the grocery store. But if you're interested to see what I buy at the grocery store, I'd be happy to film something like that. Certainly once the twins come and I get a lot better about doing things like meal prepping and stuff like that, if you want to see those types of videos, I'm happy to produce that kind of content for you as well. So just let me know down in the comments kind of what your thoughts are. All right, sorry about that. My memory card was full. If it's not one thing, it's another. So I think I was just rambling on and on about what you guys might want to see in future videos. So if I didn't say it then, I'll say it now. Tell me in the comments, what would you like to see? Would you see more budgeting stuff, or is that not interesting to you? Anyway, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you are having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.